Here's a question for you. What can you do for a person who is dying? What gift can you give to someone who no longer has the need or want for material possessions? Local author Betsy McMillan is here. She found one answer and she shared it in a book. Now we're sharing her story with you. Betsy, thank you so much for being with us in this, telling us about this book you called A Mystery in the Mailbox. What's it all about?
Well, I had a cousin who became terminally ill, and I wanted to help very much, but I didn't want to be showing up on his doorstep uninvited. So I found a way to send anonymous postcards to him on a daily basis from the time I found out until the time he passed away. And it evidently helped him to a great degree, so I continued to do it for other people over the course of the last 25 years.
Yeah. So you've written a book about this whole experience. You've been writing these anonymous postcards.
Anonymous
Betsy
postcards,
McMillan,
yes.
From your Lake County home.
Yes. And it's just been one of those things where people tell me about other people who are ill, and I get their address and just do it.
What does that do for them?
Well, actually it gives them something to think about other than their illness. I've had people who take the cards with them to their chemotherapy, to read them. I've had people who were so happy because they thought someone was actually thinking about them every single day. My cousin used to run to the mailbox every day because he wanted to be the first one to get there, and then he'd bring the postcard in, and whoever showed up at the house, the postcard became the focal point of discussion, not his illness.
What's this do for you, Betsy?
Well, it makes me feel really good that I'm helping them, that there's something that you can do that doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's not physical. It's not something that they need for physical purposes, but it is something they need mentally.
In your book, you talk about this whole process that you've been doing for years now,
Yes.
for many, many years now. What do you want us to take away from the book? Can we do what you've been doing?
Anyone can do this. If you can read, write, and use a computer, you can send these postcards to anyone who needs them, and people need them desperately. There's people ill all over our community and all over the country. I've sent them from anywhere from Texas to Florida, and I've had great response. When I did the research to write the book, I got feedback from the families, and I was just emotionally overwhelmed by what this actually did for people. And I was so thrilled that, I wanted to make it available. I didn't want it not be anonymous anymore, but a friend guilted me into doing it. And so I wrote the book so that other people could read it and be inspired to go ahead and do it themselves.
In our final 30 seconds, the written word can be powerful, can't it?
It is powerful.
Especially when it's written with the love that you obviously put in your words.
It's a great thing. I have a teacher that got her students involved for another sick student, and I understand that her personality and her whole outlook just changed in a matter of 30 days of getting anonymous postcards on her desk every day.
Betsy McMillan, thank you for what you do. Bless you for what you do.
Well,
you're an inspiration to all of us.
I hope that it inspires people to go out and do what I'm doing.
By the way, though, you can find the book Mystery in the Mailbox on Amazon.com and at BarnesandNoble.com, and you can find Betsy on her website memcmillan.com. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
You touch my heart. You touch all of our hearts.
Well, I'm glad.
Be well, my friend.
Thank you.
Now here's Jason.
All right, I agree. Thank you so much for that. All right, temperatures currently in the low.